is making a Bradenton Beach, finishing September 22nd, 2020. This is the north end of Bradenton Beach being broadened, replenished, as they say. The spreader is, the water and sand is being piped in that long pipe row from the Gulf into the spreader. Spreader shooting out water, shells, sand, rocks, whatever it's got. Water is will slowly go into the Gulf and just drift in, and the shells are being sifted through, and the sand is being pushed wide along the shoreline there. Widening the beach exponentially, and the guy on the foreground looks like he's flattening the sand out and putting it, he's pushing the sand against the part that's already replenished so that they can level it. So this is quite a process. They're in a deep, that's a big hole, that's all going to be filled with sand at some point from piped in. So this is all, that's like a little cavern of a base, and the seabirds are waiting around to get worms from where the ground is being dug up. That's what a supervisor told me earlier. So it's really fascinating. This whole process is actually really historic. It only happens once every half a dozen years or so. I was here in 2014 when the process was occurring again. So it really is mind-boggling. It's fun to watch. It's going to take a while for this area to get filled, and then they're going to move further south, and it's going to end up at the southern tip of the island at Longboat Pass. So there you go. And yeah, it's just a really fascinating process. Fascinating. That's the base sand being flattened and pushed over to the level of where the beach is going to be, which is here. This area has been done already, and they're working it. They have to create several, like a half of a football field to 3/4 of a football field of sand from the Gulf onto this area of the shore, and then all the way along, all the way down to the end of the island, which is another 5 miles down, 4 or 5 miles. So it's going to take till probably the end of the year to finish. Hurricane Sally stopped the work for almost a week. So this is so fascinating, and the seabirds are loving it. They're actually hanging out here for 2 reasons: to get away from the people that are on the beach that chase them, and for food. They're here for worms and for other things that are dug up, other crustaceans. So this is really cool. Look at the birds are waiting for the machine to go by so they can like sneak in and see what's been dug up, see if they can get any worms or other good food. This is really, really neat. See another one off in the distance there that's doing shoreline. It's so cool. This is history in the making, folks. This only happens like every 6-7 years here. And it's being done to support the businesses along the shoreline, to create a barrier, a wider area for the water to encroach into the businesses here in the homes. It'll create a bit longer and wider dune area, which is this. So it will become a natural barrier, which, like I said, it lasted about 6 years. It started, it finished in March of 2014. So this being September 2020, that's 6.5 years that it was good. So hopefully this will last just as long. Not too many storms will come through and erode it. We've had several tropical storms and hurricanes that have really eroded the shoreline here, Irma especially. So, dealing with Irma, Michael, Sally here, I mean, there's been a litany of them that have had an effect on the shoreline here. This is so fun. Man meets nature. Nature learning from man, learning that there's worms underneath the earth mover here. And they're all just waiting for a chance to get a little treat. And they're probably watching too. They probably think it's cool, just like I do. Hopefully they do. Yeah, this is really, really phenomenal. Let's go on let's focus in on the distance here. They all have their jobs to do. And I think that's going to be about it. I gave you a good flavor of what's happening. We'll revisit here periodically as this process moves south toward the Gulf Drive Cafe. And until then, this is B&A reporter, DJ Burndog, signing off from Bradenton Beach, Florida. At the scene of the 2020 Anna Maria Island Beach replenishment.